Hey everybody, Jillian here for Illustrated Faith, and today I've got a brand new Bible journaling process video using the 2020 Devotional Kit from Illustrated Faith. I thought it would be fun for today's video to pull in some of the Print and Pray Shop printables that Shauna Klingerman designed for the Better Together release for the month of January. Because Shauna designed the 2020 Vision Kit for Illustrated Faith, so you know they're going to coordinate well. I'm going to go ahead and journal the prompt Jesus Vision in 2 Chronicles 20:12, and in her devotional, Tiffany points us to the song Fix My Eyes from For King and Country, and I loved that song when it came out, and at the end it just repeats this phrase, on you, on you, on you, over and over and over again. So I thought that would be fun to feature on my page today, and I'll show you how I do that. So let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so here's a quick look at some of the pieces from the 2020 word set that Shauna did. This includes the ephemera sheet and then also the card sheet. I'm going to plan on using one of the cards today. I remembered that Elaine just came out with this really cute alpha set called Kiwi, and I thought those would be fun to use to stamp my phrase in the background. I keep my stamps in a 6x8 binder specifically made for stamps, and so I'm able to slip those into 4x6 like page protectors, and that's how I'm easily able just to flip through them. So I decided to go ahead and use this card that said inspiration, included with Shauna Klingerman's card set, and this is going to hold some additional lyrics for the song today. I'm also going to pull some patterned paper from her set 2020 Word sold separately and layer it behind this journal card. I'm going to go ahead and tear this a little bit so it's not so perfect. And then I'll use the blade of my scissors to scuff it up a bit. After I got my journaling started, I went and pulled out some ink pads that I had in kind of coordinating colors with the kit. You'll see that they're not a perfect match, and that's totally okay. Just use whatever you have. So I've got 2 shades of pink, a teal, and like a lime green. And I'm going to use a baby wipe to clean my stamp off in between stamping. So like I said, I'm just going to stamp down that phrase on you over and over and over again, top to bottom on my page. I'm going to use one side of my stamp to spell out the word on, and then I will flip my stamp over and go ahead and put down the letters to spell the word you, so that I can easily ink the stamp, stamp it down, flip it over, ink the stamp, stamp it down, and then clean. So kind of like an assembly line type approach for this. Since I plan to stamp off the edge of my page, I'm going to put my Bible mat underneath and go in with this first color, which is a dye ink. So I'm going to speed this up super quick. And you can see that I'm missing the O in the word you, and I'll go in at the very end and stamp that in. Because I'm switching from a dye ink to a pigment ink, I'm using a piece of scrap paper off to the right there to make sure that those pink colors don't turn out brown. And there we go. So I actually created this page in 2 different sessions. I started it on a Saturday and came back to it on a Monday. I ended up cutting down this journaling card since I didn't need it to be so large. And then I thought it would be fun to just get messy, to do what I don't normally do and play around with some mixed media. So now that I have my stamp background done, I'm going to go ahead and use a paint card to get some white acrylic paint down, and then I will layer a light pink acrylic paint on top of this. I don't know about you, but some days I only have about 15 or 20 minutes to Bible journal, if that, or when I split it up into 2 parts, I can do kind of a more involved page. I'm going to hit that with my heat tool to help speed up the drying process. So now my page is dry enough that I'm going to take one of these stamps and with some StazOn Jet Black Ink, just create another layer on top of that acrylic paint. I'm not so worried about covering up my stamping because it just is a repeated phrase. And so not every single piece of it, every single section of it needs to be visible. We kind of understand when we look at it that it's like a repeating element. So just like I mentioned in my last process video, I want to have some continuity between all of my entries, and I'm doing that here by stamping the section of the kit that I'm working on in this little banner. I decided not to make it a banner today. I just stamped the name Jesus inside of this box, and then I will use this scripty vision stamp just underneath that to note that this is from the Jesus vision section. I'm going to go ahead and punch out a tab from this piece of patterned paper just as a way to use that scrap. But I wanted to stamp this 2020 on it, and I should have done that before I adhered it down, so no big deal. I'll just pick it up, do my stamping, and put it back up at the top. Next up, I'm going to use an assortment of black alphabet stickers to spell out the phrase "fixing my eyes," because the lyric says, "fixing my eyes on you, on you, on you." So that on top of the journal card is going to be the focal point for my page today. Alright, I've got the main elements for my page down. I'm going to add these really cute pink heart sunglasses, or glasses, they're glasses. Underline the verse that I'm journaling. I want to pull in a little more aqua, so I'm going to use that same aqua ink pad to stamp these little heart glasses by the verse, just to draw your attention that way. There's a little bit of empty space up at the top near the tab and down by the bottom, so I'm going to fill that in with black watercolor paint splatters. And I'm just going to add a date stamp to finish off my page, and that is going to do it. So I've got a few photos of my finished project here at the end of the video. It's not too late to join us for 2020 Vision. If you are interested in following along, we have the digital devotional kit linked down in the video description below for you. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.